If I could only show you one piece of the 5-minute social method, the one that would cut your social media workload the most, it is a no-brainer for which piece it would be, and I'm going to show you in this video. And you could implement this tomorrow if you're ready for it. Now before I do though, let me recap what I covered in the first 2 videos in our series. In the first video, I showed you why piecing together a bunch of strategies you've heard work for other people won't work for your business, and introduced why the 5-minute social method will make it easy to customize a plan specifically for you and your business. I also showed you how to start a social media strategy at the end so you can reverse engineer your plan and focus on the most important tasks. That's the first step to implementing the 5-minute social method. So if you're serious about cutting your social media workload by up to 80% as others have, make sure to go back and watch those videos. Now, I'm really excited because in this video, I'm going to show you something it seems like no one else is talking about, but it makes a massive difference in how fast your business will grow on social media. So what's the big secret? What is the #1 thing you can do to cut your social media workload without slashing results? It tends to be controversial, but if you're someone who's tried all the common advice, you're still feeling stuck, it's good to look at things from a different angle. But there's a good chance that at least 1 or 2 of you will write me off as soon as I show this to you. And if that's you, I'm just going to ask that you let me explain it first. And that is, you should choose one social media network and devote your time to it. Now you're probably in one of 2 camps. Some of you are thinking, that's crazy, I'll miss out on so many people. And then meanwhile, others are usually thinking, wait, what? I can just deal with one social network? That would be so much easier. And it is easier. But that's not why smart business owners are doing it. So let's say that you have 3 plants you're trying to grow. Spoiler alert, these are your social networks. So we have 3 plants and we want them all to grow, right? So we get our watering can. Each plant requires 1 gallon of water a week. But unfortunately, water is a very valuable resource and you only have 1 gallon of water per week for all 3 plants. So what are you going to do? Give each of them 1/3 of a gallon each week? Because we know what happens if you do that. You end up with 3 dead plants. So let's look at the same example with social networks. So we've got our Facebook plant, our LinkedIn plant, and our Instagram plant, and we want all of them to grow, right? So we get our watering can, but in this example, your limited resource isn't water, it's your time. And this is what most small businesses that are feeling stuck with their social media are doing. They're dividing their time among multiple networks, and they're getting little to no results, staying exactly where they are, or in a lot of cases, they are dying. So can we agree that when you spread a limited resource across too many things, none of them grow and thrive? Now, there are always objections to the idea of focusing on one social network. So let's tackle some of those now in case that's what you have in mind. One thing people often say is, well, social media is free, so why wouldn't you be on as many channels as you can be, right? Well, lots of things are free. Even in marketing, standing on the side of the road with a sign is pretty much free. But most business owners aren't doing that. Free tools are great, but you have to factor in the value of your time. Another argument is that it's easy to post to 4 to 5 social networks at once with a tool like Buffer or Hootsuite. But that doesn't really work anymore because all of the social networks have become so different. That's like designing a billboard and then trying to put your billboard on the TV or on the radio. The same content doesn't work across platforms. Ultimately, it comes down to this. Which do you think will bring you more business? If you were one of the best in your industry or market on Facebook, for example, or if you were mediocre across Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. You'll be driving more business being awesome on one social media network than mediocre on several. And so let's say you spend 2 hours a week on social media, you'll do way better spending it all on one network instead of an hour on each of 2. And you can't try and be a bunch of places because of FOMO, fear of missing out. That's what everybody else is doing, and they're getting lost in the mess, and you will too. Think of it this way, instead of going wide to be in all of these places, you want to go deep in one place. If you went all in on LinkedIn, yes, you might miss a potential customer or client on Instagram. That's okay, because you're going to make up for it by going deeper on LinkedIn. And by the way, this scales too. If you have 5 hours a week, you're still better off spending all 5 on one network than dividing your time. Now, let me be clear. I'm not saying all businesses, or all small businesses even, should be on one social network. It would be awesome. to be thriving on 2 or 3, but results will come faster if you are killing it on one social network first, even if you've been blanket posting across a few for the last few years. Ultimately, I want all of you to be thriving on multiple networks when you have the content and maybe even a team to help go all in. And some interesting things happen when you go all in on one social network. First, your social proof increases. 50 reviews on one platform looks a lot more impressive than 10 reviews across each of 5 different platforms. Second, because you are creating the best content for one network and serving your customers and clients better, they will become more loyal. They will buy more, and they will become brand evangelists for you. And I know you might be thinking like, oh, but I love Twitter. I'm not giving up on Twitter. I'm not telling you to give up anything. Instagram is my personal favorite social network, but is not a priority for my business. So if you enjoy Twitter or another network, but it's not the best one for your business, go ahead, keep using it. But don't call it work time anymore. That's your free time, your play time. That's Netflix time, frankly. Now, if you've got some anxiety about giving up some social networks to go all in on one, I did too. So that's totally normal. So here's a quick mental exercise. Take all of the hours you spend on social media. Now think about how much more you could do on that one network using all of that time that you're taking away from the other networks. How much better would your content be? How much more meaningful could your engagement be? How much better could you serve each potential customer or client? All right, if you've enjoyed what I've showed you so far, I've got good news. In my upcoming course, The 5-Minute Social Method, I'm sharing all of my best strategies and secrets and showing you exactly how to apply them to your business. It's going to launch in a few days, so make sure you keep your eyes open. I want to fill the class up with people that are ready to take action, to build a results-driven social media marketing plan that cuts their social media workloads by up to 80%. But I'm only able to take on a small group of students. So if that's something that might be that you're interested in, make sure to click the link below this video and get your name on the early bird waitlist. I created the list to give those of you most interested the best shot of joining before it fills up. So if you're on the list, I'll send you an invitation with a private link to enroll a day before the general public. Okay? All right, in the next video, I'm going to show you the complete plan from beginning to end that you'll need to cut your social media workload by up to 80% without losing results. I'm literally pulling back the curtains and showing you every single step you have to take with the 5-Minute Social Method. You want to see the whole game plan? Don't miss the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.